I've watched people throw bodies into big holes in Mexico after the earthquake. I watched people bury their 18-year-old kids because they were soldiers. You know, but if you can't tell yourself that what I'm doing here has some socially redeeming component to it, you know, if you believe that it does not, then you should get out of the business. And I've always believed that the journalism is all about, you know, it's this conversation that we have as human beings, and that allows you to tell other people's stories for a purpose. Not to get the paycheck, not to be on TV, not to get your byline on Newsweek magazine. It's about telling other people's stories. I mean, really, in the case of Central America, the work that I did there, I really feel that I was doing humanitarian work more than journalism work, because that's what we were doing. We were giving voice to people who never have.
Sorry, I got to follow up with this. What if you're standing there and you are shooting through the eyepiece and something like that happens? Would you continue shooting through the eyepiece, or would you? I'm just trying to figure out how you maintain rapport with a person like that when they probably. I mean, most people don't want to cry in front of you. You know, most people, that's not intended. It happens, and I agree, for the journalistic purposes and sharing the story, it's important to capture it. But I'm trying to understand how you maintain rapport with that person so that they don't feel raped by you.
Well, these are good questions, and I think, you know, after the interview, I think that people read body language very effectively. Mm-hmm. That's one thing. I mean, I can remember in Burundi once when I was trying to film a bunch of people who were at a bus stop, waiting for a bus, just walked down to the mountains. I don't know anything about the language. I'm a white guy, you know, it's a black country. And it was while the country it was a lot of violence in the country, a lot of distrust from everybody and of everybody. And I spent about 30 minutes just walking around with people, waiting for the bus, sitting down on logs and so forth. I just, you know, I shook hands probably with 30, 40 people and said bonjour. And I think that really conveyed a sense I established a sense of trust with them that I couldn't have done otherwise. And when I raised the camera, you know, and kind of like with an inquisitive look on my face, and they said, yeah, that's cool. You know, people want to tell their stories. And even though they're crying, you know, they're okay with that. And you just make up for it, and you give them a hug at the end of the interview or whatever you have to do. People read sincerity. Even the most uneducated, unsophisticated people read sincerity, and they know when you're insincere. They know when you're trying to play them, and you're finished when they figure that out. And sometimes it can take 5 seconds to figure that out.